How's it going, everyone? Welcome to DoublePebble. Today we are going to be talking about advanced defending guide. Okay, so I have done a basic defending guide many months back. So if you have not watched it, I would advise you to watch that first because that will be the basis of your defending. Today we are going to be talking about something advanced. Okay, so you can click on the I button above to watch the video. Okay, now the highlights that you're going to be seeing later on are against Legend B opponents because I want you guys to see me defending against better opponents whereby their attacks are much better. I'm going to be talking about two things specifically. The first thing is something I call anticipation or reading the game. Basically, you need to read your opponent's move, and the next thing is your defensive structure, how you should move your players on a pitch in order not to get exposed. Okay, so without further ado, let's go into our first example. So the first clip we talk about your positioning. Okay, I want you to focus a lot on Paul Pogba here. Okay, so his opponent is on the ball. Focus on Paul Pogba's positioning. Okay, right here. Now right here, what you can do normally is you will take Pogba and you will likely take him to tackle this defender, but what I do is I try to read one step beyond this. So this is very important. So I run to somebody that I think this player will pass to. So you see my Pogba runs beyond this without even trying to tackle and try to mark this guy Bolasie. As you can see, this is another tip. Since Evra is marking Bolasie, you don't take Pogba and go in as well. So what you do is let Pogba hover around, okay, just to block the passing route, and then you have a chance to make a tackle. Okay, so this is the most important tip that I can give you, which is your anticipation. Now this next play here is also about anticipation. Look at how I control my Rui Costa. Okay, once he's here, Fritz, okay, let's stop here, right here. What can Fritz do? He's got two choices. He can either pass inside to this player or he can pass outside to this player. So you've got a 50% chance of getting the ball, intercepting the ball. And what I do is to make a little fake movement with Rui Costa. As you can see here, Rui Costa fakes to the outside before coming back in at the last minute. If you see that, I can show you again. Okay, so what happens is Rui Costa is, I make it seem like I'm going to mark this guy on the outside, but actually I will come back in as soon as he makes the pass, like so. Okay, I come back in right at the last minute and intercepts the ball. So this is anticipation, very important. Okay, so this next play here is also about anticipation. I'm trying to intercept the ball as usual, but I find it difficult. Now here, my Evra for some reason has committed himself. He's leaving a big gap in the left back position. So what you want to do is to cover the gap. So as you can see here, once I control my Alonso, what I want to do is to cover the gap. Okay, like here, he's now the left back, and then Evra can come back in. Okay, so you must always think one step ahead of your opponent. So that is the next tip. Now the next clip here is to show your defensive organization. This one maybe I need to spend a little bit of time to explain. Generally I like three midfielders, and what I want to do is to let them move in a block. Okay, if the opponent is in the central position, Pogba as the CDM will take the ball, will be the one I'm controlling. If the opponent shifts the ball to the left, and then I'll let my left central midfielder Xabi Alonso to guard the player, so called to block all the passing routes. If it goes to the right, Gerrard will be on it. So I don't like let my left midfielder run to the right side and let my right midfielder run to the left side. As much as possible, I try to avoid it unless I'm getting countered. So as you can see here, okay, the opponent is passing around. I'm using Pogba now. It's on the right side. So I switch back to Pogba and then I go back to the right side. Now it's Xabi Alonso. Goes to the central, go back to Pogba, and then makes the challenge and force him into a mistake. So this will make it difficult for your opponent to find gaps because you are so organized. So try not to pull your players out of position. So this next clip is about anticipation as well. You need to learn to develop this ability to read the player's move, or to be able to read the game, so to speak. You need to know exactly where your opponent will pass at least 50 to 60% of the time. If you can have this mental picture, most likely your defending will be very solid. So take a look at this example. Okay, my opponent is on the ball, Luca Toni, and then he's taking his Bolasie now. Here, there's also only two ways that he can pass. Okay, before we look at the interception, there's only two ways that he can go actually. He's here, boom, there's only one guy here which you should pass to him because he's the open man. But most people like to make the risky pass. I don't know why, but most people like to do so. So most likely he'll pass to this guy, which I think is Luca Toni. So look at my Pogba, he goes in, boom, straight interception. So that is something that is very important. Okay, this next clip is the classic one. Once you lose the ball, look at my Rui Costa, he's sprinting back into position. you're not trying to tackle, okay? You are trying to slow down the opponent so that your defense have time to organize themselves like this, okay? And then Thiago Silva makes the tackle. So always run back as soon as you concede the ball and get back into position. The next example as well, another example of anticipation. He's passing the ball around. As soon as he takes the ball, De Bruyne takes the ball, you have to know exactly where he's going. He has to pass to Messi down on your screen here. He will definitely pass. So I control David Luiz and I make a sprint to Messi, okay? So that I have a head start and then goes for a tackle. You have to know exactly where the passer is coming in. Okay, this is another example. He switches the ball, okay, over to the other side, which is a very good pass by the way. Now here, at this moment, what will he do? Most likely, to be honest, he will pass to this guy. Okay, most likely. As soon as you see this situation, you will have the feel that he will pass to them. Because passing to this guy is risky, so he will normally pass back. So what my Di Maria do is to go on the inside because there's Evra in front of him. Most of the time, he won't cut out one. Okay? So from here, he cuts in, boom, Di Maria tackles. So this is also staying one step ahead of the opponent. Okay, the next example is about covering holes. Look at this example. Luca Toni takes the ball, he passes down, okay? My defender, I think this is Thiago Silva, committed himself already. Thiago Silva is gone. There is a big gap. Okay, now the reason this guy wants to come out is because I want to prevent a long shot. So I press Q and get Thiago Silva out, but you cannot leave a hole right here. What you want to do is I pull David Luiz back beyond Thiago Silva to try and cover this hole that is left behind by Thiago Silva. As you can see, David Luiz makes the tackle, makes the block in this case, and gets the ball. So this is also important. Always cover the hole. If you press Q and one defender come out, first thing you need to know who come out. Don't blindly press Q. Know who is making the so-called assist defending. Then you cover the hole left by the player, okay? Okay, the next example is about blocking the possible passing route. As soon as the Robben takes the ball, if you look at my Xabi Alonso later on, all I'm doing is to prevent him to make a quick pass to Torres over here because that is going to be dangerous. I don't mind him passing back and I want him to pass back because I want to slow down his attack. So what I'm doing is I'm just hovering, trying to maintain a straight line so that he has difficulty getting the ball to Torres. Look at this. Okay, boom, boom. And ultimately he managed to get the ball to Torres, but by the end, my defense, I've bought my defense precious few seconds already. Now if you look at the next example, you can see the anticipation at work here. Once he is here, once the ball is reaching David Luiz, straight away I know he is going to pass to the striker already. Straight away I can tell. Although I missed the interception here, okay, this is not for lack of trying, of course. Xabi Alonso missed the interception, but the key here is you have to be able to read this pass. Okay, Torres to Luiz, straight away you have to know this is the pass already. He can make this pass, of course, but most people will prefer the risky pass because the riskier the pass, the better the chance if it comes off. Of course, the risk is higher. So he will make a first time pass to Xabi Alonso, and at this point, generally I'm in trouble. Okay, I will press Q and I'll use a CDM most of the time to cover the hole left behind by the CM. So as you can see here, boom. Okay, so what I do here is once he's in this position, he gets the ball, I control PK and I let Pogba press. So Pogba is gonna press, and then depending on where he turns away from Pogba, I will go to meet the offensive player, so to speak. Like see, so my Pogba is running in, my Pogba is dashing in. Since he's turning into the both of us, then good for me lah. I can tackle them, boom, I tackle it cleanly. So this is also very important to block the long shot, because in my previous video, if you have watched it, I say never touch the defender at all costs. Now in this advanced defending guide, what you want to do is you can control your defender at dangerous time. Like in this case, normally at the D area whereby they are going to long shot, I'll control the center defender and I'll let the CDM block, or I can control the CDM, press the Q and let my center back come out to meet the offensive player, and then my Pogba will cover the back. So if he goes to the left, my Pogba will be there to meet him. If he goes to the right, my Pogba will be there to meet him as well. That is how you counter the long shot. And basically that is all I have for this advanced defending guide. I think it is a little bit lengthy, but I believe it's worth it. It is going to bring your game to the next level. Your defending is going to improve so much. You have to learn to anticipate your opponent's movement. The only way to get this skill is to play a lot, to be honest. The more you play, the more you can read your opponent's movement and the better you can intercept the ball. So anticipation is very, very important, okay? And I hope you guys find this helpful. Give this video a thumbs up if you think this is helpful, and if you like my video. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so, and I'll see you next time.